I actually hope you're going to be able to hear this. I hope you're going to be able to hear this because I don't have... Let's just try and fix this. I don't have my earphones. They're in the boot. And generally, the way I can't take a phone call without actually using my earphones. So that's why, because I think the problem is with the mic. So I'm hoping and praying that you'll be able to hear me. Hopefully. Hello, guys. It's Nganele intro. Hi, guys, and welcome to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Dial-Makhubalo, and I welcome you to my home. This is my home. This is your home. So welcome home. It is a Monday morning, 7 minutes past 10, and Sana, we are trying to do better. We are trying to do better by ourselves. Okay, we're trying to do better. I am meeting a client at 11, right? I promised to take her out for coffee and cake because it was her birthday. When was her birthday? Last week? Yes, last week or the week before, Friday, I think. But I promised that I'd take her out for coffee and cake, and she's part of the Kamawande cohort. So I'm meeting her up for coffee, but I thought, let me come early. Sana, I've got a small nyana tripod, and I think they're tanda. So that's what we're doing today. And then I'm going to work. I'm going to work here until I get tired, and then I go home. But, you know, Mondays, I've been trying to make the rest days, but it hasn't been working out well. And hopefully, I mean, you know, and for the next, I suppose, 2 months, we have a helper. Thank Jesus. We have a helper. Because my Mondays had become domestic Mondays. And guys, I'm one of those people who, when they clean, declare from exeni till late because I want to do a thorough job. So yeah, I really hope that this is actually working because I'd be so hurt if it's not. I'm sweating because it is hot in the car. Yeah, so that's what we're doing today. There's nothing actually hectic happening. But we are also incorporating a new kind of vibe. As you guys would have seen that I wasn't well and all of that, and then I had to pause 75 hard. Unfortunately, and this is because of 75 hard this year. I can't do 75 hard this year. But I am going to do a glow up to 34 journey, right? I feel like it's what I need to start celebrating this milestone for myself, and I'll talk about it probably later on. That means I'll tomorrow. Yes, I'll talk about it tomorrow. So I'll do a young sit down, which I'll incorporate here as well. So we're doing glow up to 34. I'm turning 34 this year, and I'm one of those people who I don't mind sharing my age. I also don't mind the fact that I am aging. I'm grateful for the years that I've had. I'm also grateful for all of the experiences that have come with 34 years. This is also a big year for me because my mom passed away at 34. So it's a big age for me, and I'm grateful for it. So okay, let's go and have breakfast and then meet up with my client later on. We're not gonna see that because privacy. But yeah, I'll take snippets here and there, and let's enjoy this week because you're going to be with me the whole week up until maybe Friday, so that I can try and post this by Sunday. So this is our one. Okay, all right, enjoy the vlog. Good morning. Molweni ni nani, and welcome to another day. We are in this car. Silapa kule moto, okay? We are in this car is what we are doing. I am on my way to the gym, and you know, ordinarily I'd be listening to music and stuff, but I have a lot on my mind. So the silence was good, but I also thought I didn't vlog yesterday because what happened was my daughter on Monday afternoon when I went to go pick her up at school, I got there and she had some reaction, right? And the teacher was like, it's mosquito bites, so they had put on an ointment, I think Allergex, just to calm the itchiness. When she gets bitten by mosquitoes, she doesn't get like the normal reaction that like you would get. So she doesn't get the normal reaction that you would get. Why is there traffic at this time? Yo, I'm so deep. Anyway, she doesn't get the normal kind of reaction that you get where you have his bala, like a bump, and that's it. Literally, it starts off as a bump and then it becomes like a blister. And so obviously, like when you get mosquito bites, it's never just one bite, oftentimes. And so uba kulomdu yabo. And so I was like, okay, we'll observe. And then yesterday morning she woke up and lo behold, it was blisters. And those blisters, like, it's like the blister where it's as if you got burned. So it's got the watery part, but then around it will be red and it will swell, you know. And that's obviously the hardest part for her because ngumntana and she wants to itch, she wants to scratch it because it's itchy and all of that. So her dad took her to the doctor in the morning, and then babuya, and the antibiotic that she got we couldn't get at any pharmacy that is close by, so we had to drive all the way to Woodmead. So I had sessions from 8 up until 12:30, and then afterwards we drove to Whitney to go get her meds. And then I spent the whole day just being mama. And so that's what happened yesterday. And so there was nothing really to vlog. Well, not that there was nothing to vlog, but I was scattered in mind, heart, and spirit, I suppose. Yesterday I exercised, but I didn't go to the gym in the afternoon, which normally on Tuesdays we do shape in the afternoon, but okay, we didn't go. My husband was really exhausted. I was exhausted, but when he decided to take a nap, I had to be up to be with Luhle, and then he woke up very late. Yeah. Anyway, let's also talk about let's also talk about my hair. Let's talk about my hair. Isn't it like and I'm 5 to cutting it. 5 to cutting it. I just committed to, so I didn't have any plans for this weekend, but a couple that, in fact, I would say somewhat mentors us, and it's not like a like, you know, we have calls all the time, whatever, but they mentor us. Their existence in our lives is of a mentorship nature, and so it's people we look up to and all of that. So they're hosting a seminar on Saturday, and I thought it's sometime later on in November. Turns out it's this weekend, and my plan had been to because it's a couples thing. So I got a message and was asked to speak there as a replacement to another couple that was going to speak, because unfortunately they have a bereavement. And so I've committed to that, and now I have to put my things together. I have to put my life together, because my plan is now different to what was going to happen. But it's okay, because this is me. So that's what's happening this weekend, which means I have to at some point take my wig to go get treated. I don't know where I'm going to take it, because the candy and Co that is very close to us is expensive. I think if I want to treat a wig, and I mean, I would love to take my wig or wigs there just to see how they do, but I'm just like, hey, and gosh. So there's that. I have to take one of my wigs to go get treated, because I suck at it. And then I have to get wig lines probably on Friday, because my week is, I've got class today. It's Wednesday. I've got class today from 1 till 6. So I'm going to the gym now. It's 9:21 and I'm in traffic, so I'll be at the gym just before 10. Sorry, I just decided to detour. So I'm on my way to the gym now, and when I finish at the gym, come back home, shower, get ready. I have a session at 12 that's going to end at 1:45, and then after that I'm gonna be in class from 1 till 6. That is there to talk about. Okay, so maybe let's not talk glow up journey, because I'm going to do a proper sit down. So let's not talk glow up journey, but glow up journey has started. Today is officially day 3, and I'm gonna give you all of the details on the pants, which I think I'm gonna probably record it tomorrow. So this vlog is going to be a combination of chatty, but with a little bit of, things that I'm doing. And that's the other thing I've come to acknowledge and appreciate about myself, is that, it's a thing that I learned, that with all of my previous videos, I have tried to show you guys, what I'm doing or whatever, and not speak as much. But guys, one of my superpowers is speaking. It really is speaking. And randomly, through speaking, God would drop gems, So I feel like when I don't speak, I am depriving you of all of me. Apologies, because things are becoming shaky. Is not the best. So when I don't speak a lot in a video, you must know I'm depriving you of myself. I'm depriving you of my journey, because I also process by speaking. Sana, this road. But I'm gonna get off it now, so just give me a minute. But we were not going to just sit in the traffic. It's crazy. Why do people just decide to not stop with stop sign? Like, you just decide, but I was go to stop when I only meet, because I suppose great one. Okay, it's one of the things that I've come to realize is that whenever I do not speak, I don't get to share my heart. I don't get to share myself fully. And I'm not just depriving you guys. I'm depriving myself of really being myself, like truly being myself. And I don't think I want that, And my aim has always been to try and have vlogs that are less than 30 minutes, just so that it's not overwhelming. But I think what I'm now doing is also just not being fully myself, So, okay, sizawuthetha is my point. Sizawuthetha, and if you don't like the chatty parts, you're welcome to just skip and all of that, but sizawuthetha. So, I'm close to the gym, Gogo. What's the last thing that I wanted to say? It's always just difficult for me to record when I'm at the gym, because either I'm doing a class or I'm never alone. And I don't also want to put people in a position where sorry, because I was a content creator. I was a content creator, but yeah, but actually I'll see if Baba Konamba Mantu who move around at the gym, and maybe they can record me as I'm exercising. But I don't know, I find that uncomfortable for people. I'm not uncomfortable if someone is recording and I'm at the gym, because that's their thing. But for some reason, maybe people are going to feel awkward and stuff. So I don't know, I'm overthinking it. You'll let me know what your thoughts are. The last thing that I want to talk about, because after this, my next talk is going to be when I'm telling you about the glow up journey. The last thing that I want to talk about is that you would have seen me on a coffee date, or just before my date arrived, which is a client, and obviously I'm not going to call her name, but this is someone who I met who got to connect with me through social media some years ago, and she has attended 2 of my online group coaching courses. She has also journeyed and continues to journey with me with individual sessions, right? And so she was telling me how she got to connect and meet me, and she also was telling me, kind of the challenges she was going through at the time. And I had such a deep conviction. Conviction when she was speaking. I even told her, because one, I was completing Roresang's book, Disciple, and it's a fantastic book. I love how it's written. She shares some stories of her journey with God and her family, friends, etc. But she also doesn't give a lot of detail, which now as a person I struggle with, because I'm just like, no one turned in that, because I want to know what happened. I want to yes. I just love stories. I love stories, but I think it's well written. It's a beautiful book. So I completed that book on Monday, and I literally got the book on Sunday. Took a week. I was done because I started it on Monday and finished it on the next Monday. So that was Rosang's book. But Rosang's book convicted me so much about how much I have, and again, it's connected to this thing of depriving the world of who you really are and serving the world with all of your gifts because you are scared or you've been hurt or all of that, right? And she anchors the book on 1 Timothy. I'm not sure 1 Timothy what, but where Paul is telling Timothy to not be scared to preach the gospel even in his young age. And I think that hit me so much, because everything that I have done, I started at a very young age, and it made me very scared to kind of preach the word or even speak about the things that I was speaking about, because people would look at me and think, what's the one and I internalized so much of that. So, and another thing is also, which I shared with this client of mine, is that one of the reasons why I've struggled with social media is that I enjoy my space. I enjoy quietness. I enjoy all of that. And I don't know whether that is naturally because I am a private person, or it is because I was brought up to be like that person who doesn't share themselves much and all of that, and maybe that became so much of me that as God is calling me and drawing me outside of that is my comfort zone. And now, so being on social media, speaking on platforms, I don't know, I mean, I love speaking, trust me, but I don't know if I could do it a different way, where I could hide my face or whatever. I genuinely would do that. I genuinely would do that. I would do it. But again, we can't do that. So, Roy Sang's book and this coffee date that I had really convicted me to say, girl, stop it. Stop it. Life is just so short for you to be so concerned about, wanting to show up perfectly in certain instances, or just not being obedient because, and there's you can't do it. You get what I mean? So, yeah, literally, that's what's happening. So I am rethinking everything, and obviously I'm going back to Mandate Mondays because now I'm at a better place emotionally, mentally, and spiritually, and I am going to share what the past 4 to 5 months have been like, and all of that. So yeah, I wanted to just share that with you, to say I'm changing, I suppose, and I'm embracing the different places that God wants to take me. It feels risky. everything feels risky. Even YouTube feels risky. But we are doing it because we're not serving anyone by hiding. You get what I mean? Yeah. Let's get to Chit. Mandiyo phakamisa insimbi. See you guys.
Why don't you get it by now? Tell me what you learned in grade school. Give it to me like you want it. Did you forget that code? Why is our love at one-sided? It should really be give and take. Fill you up and leave me empty. Baby, was that my mistake? Covering these feelings, going through changes. I'm just so mad right now, I can't even think straight. So I'ma just tweet it and delete it, knowing you won't read it. Before we get too far away, I need to clear my mind. I'd rather just tweet it and delete it before we cross the line and we reach a point we can't rewind, rewind, rewind. Hiding these feelings, going through changes. I'm just so mad, but now it's at my own expense. So I'ma just tweet it and delete it, knowing you won't read it. Before we get too far away, I need to clear my mind. I'd rather just tweet it and delete it before we cross the line and we reach a point we can't reach. Somewhere else to go. Maybe I need some space.
Not Dolazana signing in. Hi guys. Hi guys. Hello. So I am so sorry for the sound because I do not have my earphones with me. They're in the boot. But it is a Saturday, the 2nd of November, and I am at the Capitol Hotel. I'm here for an event. I'm speaking at a couples event, and I'm nervous and excited at the same time. So, and the last time I was here, actually, I was speaking as well last year. And actually, I think that was my very first vlog. So how far we've come, Sana. How far we've come. Wow. Not a full circle moment. Anyway, so I'm about to go in. I'm certain but I'll take a photo. So I'm hoping. My husband even said, you need to ask them to take pictures of you so that uye pictures ezinye when you are with posters and stuff. Guys, I am terrible with taking pictures. And then I don't like them, or the awkward with pictures, but I don't know. So I need to do better. Because Andy has pictures. So let's go in because I'm already late, but I communicated that I was going to. The event started at 8. It's 10:30. And FYI, if you ever invite me to an event, I am normally on time. This was kind of a urgent situation, and last minute booking, and therefore I had to obviously try and tie up certain things, make sure that my daughter is good, my husband's good, before I could, you know, get here. And I'm speaking later on, so I did ask to be excused for the first 2 hours. But I'm sure about calling on 9 because at 8 it was registrations and stuff, so technically I'm about an hour and a half late. But okay, let's go in. I'm gonna wear my shoes. So the outfit is I wanna go pictures with the hope that I get pictures. Okay.
I had a dream last night. Did everything I never do in real life. I stepped into a room, told everyone to be quiet, cause I had something to say. Blew everybody away with whatever I want. Dressed in a gown, everybody's like, why, where you going? Nowhere special, just going to the store. I think I'd have it all.
And then lastly, knowledge. And true knowledge. Chambers are the 3 building blocks for a strong family foundation. Akukho khaya engenamageza. Ngixelela nomkhulu.
And I think these rooms are soundproof, right? When Usis also told me the vision that you guys had for today, there's a song, Ethanda Uxolo Emigidini. Sometimes nasemishadweni. Ethi zonke izizwe zisondelene, bonke abantu basondelene, zonke izizwe zisondelene, bonke abantu basondelene, ewe zisondelene, ewe zisondelene. I think this room depicts exactly that. Izizwe zisondelene. Thank you very much to everyone who's allowed for me to be here. To Sisson Sonobudwazi. I am humbled to stand here. I don't know what makes me worthy to be able to speak to Amaqala, people who have journeyed, years in marriage. But I trust that it will not be me who communicates with you. So on that line, I want to put a disclaimer to say, I've got a baby face. You know? Yeah, I know some of you are looking at me and side-eyeing me and like, what's out? I've got a baby face. And second to that, I don't have many years in marriage. I only have 3 going to 4. But by the grace of God, I was married by Upulwazi, at least that guarantees. But I want to put this disclaimer because I'm feeling a bit confused. Ne? The baby face is a good deed if you're looking at the baby face. Ne? So Zilungi said just now that, yeah, sure, you sing a kid in front of you, but if you're going to look at me and think Gumdana Lona, you're going to miss what God has for you today. So singapidani ne? Awesome. Ndikusimamkele as introduced, ndizalwa kwaDial eMandakwendeni in Grahamstown. Ndendela kwaMakhubalo oDlamini. So get Mrs. Makhubalo. But I do use my maiden surname. Also Nobulazi made an executive decision to not put Dial-Makhubalo. And I never have these about a poster or whatever. But I am a person who's got a double barred surname, right? Maybe not shocking because I'm young, but there's also reason to it. Because in as much as we go into families, where we come from. So anytime I'm being introduced, Dial-Makhubalo, it's a reminder for myself that I've been sent by my family. That's why I kept my surname. It was not for feminism. Just saying, wasn't for feminism. It is a huge reminder, even in the things that I'm going to speak about, that when you go and build, you don't forget yourself. Because in forgetting yourself, you may actually miss destiny. So I came up with a topic because it fly like that, and everyone is now writing on it. Alignment as we evolve. It's my topic. Team or tear alignment as we evolve. But also that speaks to confirmation that today was ordained by God. Because I kid you not, I think Sis also called me on Wednesday to say, can you speak on Saturday? And we didn't have a call for me to say, this is what I'm thinking. Because I said yes, and I said yes in honor of who they are. And I was like, Sis, I'm saying yes in the interim. And we only had the conversation, I believe, on Thursday, where I said to her, this is what I'm thinking. And she said, Simaiyo. So everyone now looked at the program, alignment, business alignment. Cool. You know, I was introduced and my bio was read, but I think probably one of the most important things that you must know is that the work that I do is generational work. That is why in the city, don't look at the face, because you're going to miss what God has for your destiny. Because I have also struggled with the platforms that God has called me to, and with the things that He has dropped in my spirit, and in the things that I have also experienced that have led me to the work that I do. But I do generational work. And that generational work means for us to determine, Budi, as you said, what the future is going to hold, we must be honest and transparent about where we come from, and also face where we come from. Because there is no going forward without understanding what has been holding you back as a person, as a family, as a couple. What do we do when you partner with someone and then you find out, hey, we are go because trauma left, right, and center. I don't believe there's anyone in this room who hasn't experienced trauma, right? Particularly because we're all black here. And trauma to a certain extent has become second nature to the black person. But you don't necessarily address those things. And then you get married and then they show up. Because whatever is not dealt with will create death when you're trying to birth something new.
Sure.
And so, as we speak about alignment as we evolve, we cannot speak about alignment without speaking about vision. And I love that I don't have to speak about vision because the Shezi couple has also shared about vision, so I don't have to speak about vision. But the most important thing about vision, connected to the conversation I'm going to have with you, is that when the word says, where there is no vision, the people perish, it means, even when you don't have vision for yourself, you perish. And some of us siyapila, but we are zombies because there is no vision that is driving us. And so as I'm speaking, I want you to interrogate yourself first before you want to think about don't want you to think this is what he does or this is what she does. I want you to think about what you do. Because the intelligence of a marriage, the intelligence of a relationship comes with you being intelligent with yourself. Then you come together and create what we call relationship intelligence. So, so the concept of shame has become very famous, and I'm sure many people will think about Brené Brown.
Yeah.
Because Brené Brown is one of the first people who started speaking about shame, right? And in researching even for today, I found that when you just even type shame, go Brené Brown before anything else, right? Even papers that have been written, academic papers, firstly reference to Brené Brown. But Brené Brown, when she defines shame, she says, one, we cannot speak about vulnerability without speaking about shame. Because ziyahambelana ngamawele. If you are vulnerable, you are opening up yourself to being shamed, or you are walking away from shame. So you can't speak about shame without speaking about vulnerability. And you cannot speak about vulnerability without speaking about shame. So the definition of shame from Brené says it's a deeply uncomfortable, often painful emotion that arises from a sense, which means it's a perception, right? And perception, at times perception could be real and it could be not. Of having done something wrong, inappropriate, or morally unacceptable in the eyes of yourself or other people. So, shame as an emotion can be experienced then by anyone. Shame ain't here too as women, neither is it just for men. It is our thing, here too, right? And if it is an emotion, it means an emotion is always sparked by something. Emotion, like when you're happy, something happens. You're happy, right? You're angry, something happens. You're angry. So it is sparked by a thing. But it means that when a reaction to the thing that happens, something is underlying which triggers the emotion to surface. Does that make sense to everyone? Mm-hmm. So whenever then you experience the feeling of shame, something underlying that is already in existence. It's not because of whoever has done whatever. Something is already in existence. Someone does something, says something, and if I would deal with the thing, that's where the problem comes. Because shame is an indication to you that there is a feeling of unworthiness in you that is showing up. And that feeling of unworthiness, oftentimes we think in Dobana it comes only when we're doing bad things. But as you evolve in careers, for example, one is thriving in corporate, another decides I'm a former back corporate, or you are both in corporate but the other is not thriving. And then as you thrive and grow, you have shame because you are growing. Because who wishes they were where you are. Right? It's a good thing that's happening. But it's causing shame on both of you. The one of Shegelemba has got shame for staying behind. The one of Pambili has got shame because una Pambili. So then how do we allow for ourselves to remove this experience of shame as a people that is evolving one in order for us to align to vision? So here's the thing. Oh, I think another thing I forgot to say, because this is it's a tricky situation, very very tricky situation, because ulwana madimona maninzi. But I'm a person who loves old school music, and so I used to love listening to the Graveyard Shift on Metro, and I noticed that they play nicer music during graveyard to keep people than they do during the day. If you are that kind of person, you would know. So again, I'm gonna try and play the nicest music, ne? So that I'll keep you awake. But I'm also aware that so then it says shame is connected to personal identity, which means it triggers us. One is that all of us, as we're here, our innate need is to belong. We want to be wanted, we want to belong. So anytime your feeling of belonging is threatened, you go into fight, defense, you go into freeze. What's the other one? Flight. You run, right? So again, then you choose this situation, right? But it's our natural inclination that whenever you feel threatened, wherever your identity feels threatened, you're going to want to go into those states. Ne? Don't now try to do something that you are not feeling. If you're feeling like running, right? Don't run, but interrogate the feeling that makes you want to run. Because that's where you get breakthrough. If breakthrough, you don't get it by doing, for example, I am one of my husband, very quiet, because he's very quiet. And so our biggest problem was that I know how to communicate and I know how to articulate my feelings. So I will literally. One thing about me, Kesana, is that I will take a week off. I will take a week off. I'm on my way home from the event. I am tired, but yeah, this is how I look. And FYI, my hair, because I was talking about hair, my lipstick, I've had this since the morning. And if you are interested to know, it's Inuka. I think it's ML16 or something like that. It's Inuka. So, yeah, if you're interested. Literally, one application, have not touched have not touched it up, have not done. Why can't people just wait? Haven't touched it up. Also, I'm so sorry for the sound, because the sound may be horrible, but yeah, this is how I look. This is how I look. Event done. I always struggle, okay, guys, after I speak at an event, and you probably will see some clips. My phone switched off as I just started speaking, so I don't think I don't know if I've got footage of that, but I'll show you what I have. But one of the things that is a thing for me that I struggle with is that majority of the time when I speak at places and there are Q&As, people have a tendency to not, and I don't know what it is, but I did ask today, to not want to ask questions after I speak. So I was saying this to also Soso, who is the one who was hosting this event, that it often makes me like self-conscious or somewhat like, did I deliver on what was asked for? Did I? And she says she thinks that it's because whenever I speak, I open people up to things that they hadn't thought about, and it takes time for people to then process that, and maybe that is why you will find that abantu abathethi. Yo, and there's lento kuba kwenzeka apha. Taxis. Yo. So you'll find that abantu are taking time to process, and as a result, or you get to ask questions, or they haven't thought about questions. Because what often happens is that I'll get like emails where people will, and I suppose maybe it's the nature of the work that I do, that some of the questions people would ask are quite personal, that they feel, yeah. Anyway, I don't know where we are with this vlog, but I am tempted to close it, or maybe close it off tomorrow. Let's close it off tomorrow so that I also get to share the weight loss journey. Yeah, I did say that I will share the pictures, so I did take, I think I've got like 3 pictures. I tried 3 pictures, so I'll show you the pictures. The event was great. I think there's a lot for me to reflect on just personally. Yeah. Later.